But we're going to begin with the breaking news. The FDA just a short time ago giving that final green light on a second vaccine now to be used here in the U.S. Of course, first the Pfizer vaccine, now the Moderna vaccine. And with emergency approval here, what does this mean? Two vaccines up and running before Christmas? Authorities say it is likely, and it doesn't come a moment too soon. The numbers are getting worse tonight, more than 312,000 lives lost. This is now the deadliest week since this pandemic began. Tonight, here are the key findings. This second vaccine from Moderna is more than 94% effective at preventing severe cases of COVID-19. And early data shows that it can also stop asymptomatic spread when you have no symptoms, likely don't even know it. It can stop the virus completely in some patients. Dr. Jha is standing by on that tonight. Moderna, meanwhile, is ready to distribute nearly 6 million doses across the country. Vice President Pence was vaccinated on live television today. And there was this moment as well. The first shots given to nursing home residents and staff in West Hartford, Connecticut. Of course, nursing homes have witnessed so much heartache in this pandemic. Tonight, governors in several states raising concerns about vaccine shipments. They say they have been reduced by up to 40%. Authorities this evening with Operation Warp Speed say they're up and running and are getting the vaccine out on schedule. We will guide you through it all tonight, beginning with that second vaccine. And here's our Chief National Affairs correspondent, Tom Llamas, leading us off.
Tonight, the FDA giving the green light to the Moderna vaccine, paving the way for the second vaccine against the coronavirus.
As with any decision made by the FDA, this authorization was guided solely by science and data.
An FDA panel finding the Moderna vaccine more than 94% effective in preventing symptomatic disease. Early data also suggests the vaccine may reduce asymptomatic infection in volunteers after one shot and could stop the spread of the virus.
We likely will see shots in the arm by the very early part of next week. I would hope Monday or Tuesday.
Moderna's vaccine would be given to people 18 and over in 2 doses 4 weeks apart. Minor side effects include fever, fatigue, and headache. 5.9 million doses are now ready to ship as early as Sunday from McKesson distribution centers like this one in Mississippi. Our Gio Benitez is on the ground where the massive effort begins.
And Moderna has a slight shipping advantage because just over the border here in Memphis is this, the FedEx World Hub, the largest cargo facility in North America where they can get those vaccines out right away.
And unlike Pfizer's, Moderna's vaccine doesn't need ultra-cold storage and will be easier to get to rural communities. Less than a week into the vaccine rollout, debate over who gets the vaccine first.
Healthcare heroes! Always zero!
Healthcare workers at Stanford Hospital in California protesting after doses of the vaccine went first to longtime doctors, some who have been working from home during the pandemic, instead of their junior frontline residents and fellows. The hospital CEO acknowledging it was wrong and vowing to correct it. Vice President Mike Pence today rolling up his sleeve at the White House today, along with his wife and the Surgeon General.
Karen and I wanted to step forward and take this vaccine to assure the American people that while we cut red tape, we cut no corners.
And now we're seeing more and more images like this, the vaccine reaching nursing homes with the help of Walgreens and CVS. Our Janae Norman in Connecticut seeing this part of the rollout up close.
You receive this from FedEx. What will you continually use it for?
So we will be continually using it for the long-term care facilities.
And the rest of the vaccines that are in there, they will stay at the correct temperature until
Correct.
You need them.
Yep.
The vaccine rollout, getting and giving those life-saving shots, moving even those who have seen it all in this pandemic.
It's a big deal for America, a big deal for the world. I'm very proud.
Thinking about that doctor today, that very emotional moment. Let's get to Tom again tonight. And I know several states, Tom, are saying that they thought they'd have more vaccine by now. From this first one approved and with Moderna now coming up shortly with 2 vaccines, how many doses could we potentially see across the country next week?
So, David, the first part of your question, there has been confusion and some states have complained. There was a change in the way states requested the vaccine online, but Operation Warp Speed says they are committed to delivering 20 million doses by the end of the year. And next week, 8 million doses should go out. That's a combination of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines.
David?
All right, Tom Yamas, our thanks to you and to Gio Benitez, Janae Norman, all out across this country for us on this. Tom, thank you. We know many of you at home have questions about these vaccines, particularly with news on this second one, Moderna. So let's bring in Dr. Ashish Jha, Dean of the Brown University School of Public Health. Dr. Jha, always great to have you. And I want to go back to the numbers here. The data from the Moderna trial shows that it's 94% effective in preventing symptomatic disease. That number was similar to what we heard from Pfizer, but we've been reporting for a couple of days here now on that additional number from Moderna saying that that first dose has also been effective at stopping asymptomatic spread when you don't even realize you have it, you don't show symptoms. I don't remember reading that number in the Pfizer data. This would be significant from Moderna, and I don't want to pit the two against each other, but is there a difference between Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine?
Yeah, David, thanks for having me on. It's a great question. I expect same benefit from the Pfizer vaccine, but we don't know for sure. We have not seen that data. You know, because we're moving quickly, there's still a lot of data coming in. I expect that the Pfizer vaccine will have the same benefit, but we're not sure right now.
We'll be eager to see that in the data as we move in the months ahead here. In the meantime, as you know, the Pfizer vaccine is out across the country. Moderna expected to follow in quickly. It's going to take months, as you've been pointing out with us for quite some time. So at some point, how will this look? Will patients have a choice between the two, or will you be expected to get whatever you're able to get through your doctor or your local pharmacy?
Yeah, so I expect, by the way, that in the next month and a half or so, we'll have a third or possibly even a fourth vaccine. But there is so little difference between the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines that I'd personally be happy to get either one. They're essentially the same. And I expect most Americans probably will not have a choice because most of the vaccines will end up being very, very similar, both on safety and effectiveness.
All right, Dr. Jha, that is reassuring, and we're glad to have you here on a Friday night. We'll check back in with you in the coming days. Thank you again.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.